Held 11 a.m. Sunday, July 3rd at the Taylor Park Band Shell as part of Manchester Sesquicentennial Celebration. Get your application and complete rules at the KMCH Studios, 212 East Main Street in downtown Manchester. Manchester's Got Talent, brought to you by Henderson Products, the Woodland Eye Clinic, the Hanson Foundation, and Mix 94.7 KMCH.
And welcome back into the West Delaware Hawks Softball Invitational, our final broadcasted game of this tournament. There are 3 games currently going on. We will have scores with our KMCH Sports intern, Luke Myers, as Independence is taking on Crestwood, and Edco is taking on Cedar Rapids, Washington. And here we're going to do East Buchanan taking on North Fayette, and the game is going to start off very quickly as Kim Rounds from North Fayette is going to bunt. Third baseman is going to pick this ball up, overthrows first base, and Kim Rounds is going to get all the way over to third base. She beat the throw, but the error by the third baseman is going to allow Kim Rounds, the leadoff hitter from North Fayette Valley, to go all the way to third base. And what speed on the base pass she had. As next batter here for North Fayette Valley is Jade Doughton, the right fielder. So runner on third to start this game. East Buchanan taking on North Fayette Valley. East Buchanan out on the field to start this game, and the 0-1 is taken, called strike 2. 0-2 the count on Jade Doughton. As Samantha Foltz, the starting pitcher here for East Buchanan, as she comes set to deliver the 0-2. It's going to be chopped to the left side. Shortstop's going to come on, pick it up. She's going to fire home, and the tag at the plate is in time for out number 1. So Kim Rounds is retired at the plate on the 6-2 putout. So after all of her work getting to third base, she's going to get thrown out as Katie G is going to throw home to catcher Jocelyn Sabalka for out number 1. Doughton will reach first base on the fielder's choice.
Nice play by G, the shortstop. No hesitation. That's what it takes in that instance. You got to know what you're going to do with it. If you want to take the shot at home, she went right to her catcher. Good throw, good catch, good tag, and they got the out. And here's a stolen base as Doughton gets to second.
As Megan Gavin now the batter for North Fayette Valley. The pitch was a called strike. 0-1 the count. And the 0-1 is going to be chopped foul back to the backstop. So 0-2 will be the count here. And our final games of the day and the weekend of this great weather weekend for this West Delaware Hawks Softball Invitational. As now Foltz gets set to deliver the 0-2. It's going to be hit on the ground over to the right side. It'll go foul as the first baseman, Kim Fank, picks that ball up, but in foul territory. So the count will remain 0-2. On the number 3 hitter for North Fayette Valley, Megan Gavin, with one away here in the top of inning number 1. As Foltz comes set, the 0-2 is inside and in the dirt. Ball 1, 1-2 the count. With Tatum Kaler, the designated player, standing in the on-deck circle. As the 1-2 is going to be foul tipped, as the catcher, Jocelyn Sabalka, could not hold on to it, so the count will remain 1-2. Things wrapping up here as I see the dads, as you were mentioning, their grounds crew work. They also been grilling the burgers and brat patties this weekend. As this ball is going to be hit sharply out to second base. It's going to be a 4-3 put out for out number 2. It was Megan G, the second baseman, as the middle infield for East Buchanan are Megan and Katie G, as Megan G pitches over to Kim Fank at first for out number 2, as Jade Doughton will go to third on the play, as the first pitch to the number 4 hitter, Tatum Kaler, standing in there from the left side, will be tipped foul. So the count will be 0-1. As Foltz comes set with the 0-1, that's going to be called strike 2. A lot of strikes so far here from the pitcher from East Buchanan, Samantha Foltz. As she gets back in, works very quickly. as the 0-2 is going to be swung on, hit right back to Fultz. She picks it up, throws over to first for out number 3. So the way that inning started with the leadoff single and the leadoff hitter, Kim Rounds, getting all the way to third, North Fayette Valley strands a runner at third base. And we go to the bottom of the first. It's East Buchanan and North Fayette tied at 0. You're listening to the Hawk Softball Tournament coverage on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Above and beyond healthcare. The more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Get your game on with AK Sports, your local sports apparel store and more in Manchester. Steve Morman Insurance, your agency of choice in Manchester.
Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory with locations in Manchester, Strawberry Point, and Edgewood. Don & Walt LLC, your Lennox heating and cooling experts in Manchester, and Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company.
Bone Camp Murdoch Funeral Homes in Clifton Murdoch Funeral Home, proud to sponsor all area athletes. Pete's Small Engine Repair, your small engine experts in Monticello. Monticello Sports, for all your school sports team needs in Monticello. Himes Construction, proud to sponsor West Delaware Softball Tournament in Manchester. All Seasons Auto Body in Monticello, specializing in body repair and painting on all makes and models.
Wapsie Valley Creamery, Independence, Partners in Excellence. Bi-County Disposal, Inc. in Dyersville, serving Delaware and Dubuque counties. Manchester Carquest dealer in Manchester. Crop Production Services in Winthrop, your chemical fertilizer, feed, seed, and agronomy experts. Manchester Monument Works, proud to sponsor all area athletes in their communities.
John and Jamie back with you from the Beckman Sports Complex. Final game of the day here as a slow roller, the edge of the circle, and beating it out. There's the East Buchanan. Danielle Endereg gets on first with the infield hit. Megan G standing in now as one runner left on in the top of this first inning for North Fayette Valley. As G stands back in. East Buchanan coming in with a record of 10-12 overall. They're 2-1 in the tournament. North Fayette Valley 14-7 overall. They're 2-1 in this tournament. North Fayette Valley out of the Upper Iowa Conference, East Buck in the Tri-Rivers Conference, of course. Head coach for East Buchanan is Jennifer Sorensen. She's in her second season with the Buccaneers. Andy Houston is the assistant coach. The head coach is Bob Lape for North Fayette Valley. Lee Virgil Monroe, though, is the assistant coach and acting head coach today. Bob Lape is in Des Moines at a football banquet. And there is a throw to second, getting that lead runner. And on the fielder's choice, G reaches first base. Fielder's choice to the pitcher. Anderegg cut down at second on a 1-6. Force out for out number 1, Tanisha Genkin stands in here. Yesterday, East Buchanan started things off with a 9-3 win over Williamsburg. They then were beaten by North Lynn 10-0. For North Fayette Valley, they were beat by North Lynn 12-3 in game 1 yesterday. And their second game for North Fayette Valley was that 7-5 win over Edco. Today, East Buchanan just beat Starmont 17-2 in 3 innings, while North Fayette Valley was a winner in 8 innings, 4-1 over Williamsburg. Both teams entering the final game with a record of 2-1. This one has popped up left side. Left fielder going back, not going to be able to get to it as it bounces and rolls all the way to the base of the fence. And runners will be on second and third here for East Buck.
Yeah, nice job there by Tanisha Getkin. Almost the left fielder, Allie Neeb, just about had a play on it, but it just got over her outstretched glove. So a one-out double there for Tanisha Getkin, and now East Buchanan threatening here in the bottom of the first inning.
Now,
second base came out.
Second base is out as the umpire, Al Hermson, taking a look at that. And some of the grounds crew will head on out. We'll take a timeout while they tend to second base as second and third, one down here at the bottom of the first. East Buchanan threatening. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
I'm here at Mall of America celebrating 99 Days of Summer with Ned, the human sound effects machine.
Hello.
Who's here to bring all the fun and excitement to life.
Let's do this.
Start with Nickelodeon Universe.
Whee!
28 thrilling rides and attractions for all ages.
This is fun.
And now soar through the misty clouds at the newest attraction, Fly Over America.
Whoosh! I'm flying.
The new Crayola experience is now open with 25 hands-on attractions.
Ooh, coloring.
Name and wrap your own crayon.
Wrapping.
Create colorful melted wax spin art.
Spinning.
And enjoy a live show.
Whoa!
Those aren't really sound effects.
Oh, they get better. Keep going.
At Sea Life, Minnesota, get nose-to-nose with sand tiger sharks, brown sharks, and more, over a dozen different species.
Glub, glub, glub.
Explore the new interactive shark discovery exhibit.
Here, Sharky, Sharky.
There's bowling and games at Skydeck Sports Grill and Lanes.
Strike!
And over 50 restaurants and 520 stores to explore.
Ka-ching!
Stay at Radisson Blue Mall of America, the hotel conveniently connected to the mall. The kids will love the indoor swimming pool.
Glub, glub, glub.
You did that one already.
Yeah.
Enjoy all 99 days of summer at Mall of America. Visit mallofamerica.com for details.
American Trust and Savings Bank in Dyersville and Farley. AmericanTrust.com. Simply better banking. Jay's Auto. Customer satisfaction is their #1 priority. Manchester Press, the official newspaper of Delaware County. Regional Medical Center. Excellence in healthcare close to home. And the Edgewood Reminder. Locally owned. Community involved.
F&N Bank, the right choice. Serving Cedar Rapids, Manchester, Anamosa, and Monticello. Member FDIC. Dupaco Community Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen. Good Neighbor Society, trusted for over 50 years to get you off the bench and back in the game. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa, Manchester, where your vision is their primary focus. Newhouse Construction and Concrete for your commercial, ag, and residential projects. Call Phil at 563-927-5178.
John and Jamie back with you from the Vancouver Sports Complex. Here is East Buchanan threatening. Bases loaded, infield hit. And Samantha Fultz will come in. Katie G got that infield hit. One out. And Fultz, the pitcher of record for East Buchanan, standing in. Really help her team out here. This one is a strike at the outside corner. Waist high for strike one. 0-1 the count.
Yeah, Katie G with a bunt there, and looked like it was spinning. It had the rotation to go foul, but third baseman over there, Mara Burak, picked it up in fair territory and allowed G to reach first base safely.
1-1 the count here. To Fultz. And there is a ball off the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 waved back on, lines it right side. Going to be a foul ball, though. And we're even at 2-2. The 2-2. Pitcher for North Fayette Valley is Madison Monroe. This one's popped up right side out of play. She's the daughter of an assistant coach and acting head coach today because of the absence of Bob Lape. Lee Virgil Monroe, who was the head coach at Valley High School before the consolidation of Valley and North Fayette, as Lee Virgil has been assistant coach for Bob Lape here at North Fayette Valley the past 5 seasons. Bases are loaded here for the Buccaneers. Fultz, good at bat here. This one lined up the middle, bouncing ball into center field. 1 run is in, and that's all they'll get on that hit. Nice piece of hitting by Fultz. Lined it right back up the middle before they hit the center, and the Buccaneers jump on the scoreboard first here. Jenkins to third, G to second, Bolts is on first. Now a courtesy runner. Number 13 is out there for the pitcher.
Number 13 for East Buchanan would be Alexa Reneker.
So Reneker finds herself on first, doing the courtesy running with Jocelyn Sabolka standing in. With one down, bases full of Buccaneers here. There's a, let's call it a strike. Dean Burr, the home plate umpire from Reedland, behind home plate. It is a foul ball down the right field side. 0-2. Al Herbson from Manchester, the umpire. On the bases for this game. Final game here of the tournament. Our coverage, the last game to get started. The other two games going on. We'll get an update from Luke Myers here shortly of how those games are going. Ball there, 1-2 the count. One, two, up and out. For ball two, or even 2 balls and 2 strikes. The bases loaded. Sabolka standing back in here. And the 2-2 off speed got her swinging and missing, coming up empty. Sabolka for the strikeout, first one of the game for Monroe. And that'll be the second out of the inning. It brings up the DP, Jody Mouser now.
Yeah, like East Buchanan, you'd like to get a couple more runs here, and really it just takes a base hit as from Mouser right here would probably could score a couple. So you'd like to not waste an opportunity as you have the bases loaded with 1 out. So try to punch a couple more across here in this first inning.
There is a ball, 2 balls and no strikes here.
She swung and missed.
Swinging. That's what
that motion is. Yeah, we're not very
all
good.
Our signals down. There's a strike. 1-2.
We're no John Swisher, Bill Logan combination here.
We've had a little more practice over the years.
He's so lucky.
I am. Every night out. Oh, him, man, he is real lucky. There's a ball foul left side.
Yeah.
1-2 the count. Here in this bottom of the first, Buccaneers have scored 1. There's 2 outs. They've had 4 hits. 3 runners are still on base. Number 7 batter in this inning standing in. And a swing and a miss there for strike 3. So the Tiger Hawks limit the damage. Buccaneers only get 1. We go to the second. This is West Delaware Softball Invitational coverage from KMCH Sports.
Sports on KMCH is brought to you by Three Rivers FS Company, your partner for growth solutions. Fairway Stores in Manchester, Lucky Building Service in Manchester, Citizen State Bank with locations in Manchester, Monticello, Strawberry Point, Winthrop, Ryan, Hopkinton, and New Vienna, member FDIC. Fireside Pub and Steakhouse, food always tastes better when it's made by the fireside. And Bob Stephen Motors, your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester.
Hello, this is Christine Baldwin with Skogman Realty, and I would like to invite you to tune in every Thursday and Friday at 8:30 a.m., 12:30 p.m., 4:30 p.m., and 5:15 p.m. for Christine Baldwin's Skogman Realty Showcase right here on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Were you in an accident this winter? Have some dings and dents that need fixed? Did you decide to wait until spring to get your damage fixed? Well, now is the time to schedule your appointment with Meyer Body and Paint in Colesburg. Meyer Body and Paint now has a new paint scanner to better match your paint job. Just another way Meyer Body and Paint continues to make improvements to give you the best service possible. Find out more at MeyerBodyandPaint.com or like them on Facebook. Meyer Body and Paint in Colesburg.
Great prizes and a chance at $25,000 from these great anniversary sponsors.
A Stitch in Time, Corcoran Furniture, and Fireside Pub and Steakhouse, all in Manchester, and Ace Homeworks in Dyersville.
Thank you for your support for the past 25 years. Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Back in, first pitch swinging by Allie Nee is going to be hit out to Megan G at second base. She throws on to Kim Fank at first for out number 1. Allie Nee, the left fielder for North Fayette Valley, is going to ground out here for the first out. East Buchanan leads at 1-0. We're here in the top of the second inning. Jamie Vasky, John Swisher, and KMCH Sports intern Luke Myers along with you here this afternoon as the second batter here, Megan Feldman, the shortstop, will take this first pitch swinging for strike 1 as Samantha Foltz, the pitcher for East Buchanan, comes set. Again, works very quickly. And her 0-1 is going to be taken high for a ball. 1-1 the count. With one away here in the top of inning number 2. As Foltz gets the sign, comes set. And this pitch is going to be popped up left side. And the third baseman, Tanisha Getkin, is going to catch that ball for out number 2. So the pop up to third will be the second out. That'll bring up Chloe Johansson, the first baseman for North Fayette Valley. As Foltz comes set, the first pitch to Johansson is taken inside for a ball. Defensively for East Buchanan in the outfield, left to right, Anna Collison, Danielle Andrig, and Allison Crest. Along the infield is Tanisha Gedkin, Katie G, Megan G, and Kim Fang. I thought that hit off of the batter, but it must not have. That'll be an infield single for Chloe Johansson. And now we're going to talk to the two umpires are going to get together here.
Yep, somebody asked for the appeal. Coach
must not have saw it.
Sorensen asked, and umpires say no. And Coach Sorensen doesn't like it. But life goes on.
Behind the plate for East Buchanan is Jocelyn Sabalka. And the pitcher is Samantha Foltz. So one runner on here. That's going to bring up Mara Burak as she's going to hit a base hit out into left field. And be picked up by Anna Collison. So quickly, after retiring the first two batters of this inning, there are two runners on them, back-to-back singles by the Tiger Hawks, and that's going to bring up the number 9 hitter, Haley Meyer, the center fielder for North Fayette Valley. Two away, runners on first and second. North Fayette Valley trailing East Buchanan 1-0. This first pitch is going to be fouled straight back, and the count will go to 0-1. Temperature now, this diamond starting to get a little more shaded over here. Got a nice breeze rolling through here anyway.
On that note, 86 degrees. 80.
I almost had it.
Foul ball came bouncing up here on the press box rooftop. Jamie had to push open the gate on the windows here with one hand, reach out with a pen still in his hand, reach out with his right hand, almost had it, and I missed it. And still trying to make sure he doesn't pull his headset out of the equipment and fall out the window.
That was an error. That was an error. We'll give it an error because I did touch it.
Valiant effort, though.
As this one's going to be hit out in front of the plate, the catcher Sabalka is going to pick it up. And it is going to be an infield single as Sabalka did not throw the ball down to first base. Thought maybe she still had a chance at the batter Meyer. But Meyer will reach first base. And just like that, there's 3 straight singles for the Tiger Hawks. And the bases are loaded. And we're going to have a conference on the mound.
I don't know if Sabalka, there was a little confusion of where the ball was, where she picked it up. But the home plate umpire was motioning that was clearly fair in his mind. So I'm not sure if she hesitated because she thought it was foul or what. But there was a little talk there after the fact. But now North Fayette Valley's turn for the bases loaded here in the second.
As the meeting in the mound will conclude and everybody heads back to their positions here, back to the top of the order for the Tiger Hawks and the very speedy Kim Rounds. It's very interesting, Swish. I don't know a lot of you. I haven't seen North Fayette Valley play this year, but after one at bat, I can already tell you who I think the fastest player on their team is just by watching Kim Rounds run around to third base after that bunt back in inning number 1 as the first pitch is a ball, 1-0.
There's a reason why she's the leadoff girl.
The 1-0 is going to be driven out into left field, and it gets over the glove, off the glove of Anna Collison. 2 runners are in. The third runner is going to round third, and she will score. So a 3 RBI single. Error. Yeah, it got off of her glove, and 3 runners will score as Collison came charging in, and I think she overran it out there in left field and got all the way to the fence. And Rounds will end up at second base. But 3 runs will come in, and it's now 3-1 in favor of North Fayette Valley here in the top of inning number 2. And that's going to bring up the number 2 hitter, Jade Doughton, who reached on a fielder's choice her last time up on that play to cut down Rounds at home plate. She stands in here. And that's going to be a strike here on Jade Doughton. As Foltz comes set to deliver this next pitch, it's going to be driven up in the air right side. First baseman Fank camps under it, and she'll make the catch, pop up to the first baseman for out number 3. But the damage was done there by North Fayette Valley. They scored 3 runs on 3 hits and 1 East Buchanan error. East Buchanan leaves a runner out on second. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's North Fayette Valley 3, East Buchanan 1. You're listening to Hawks Softball Invitational coverage on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Three Rivers FS Company, your partner for growth solutions. Fairway Stores in Manchester. Lucky Building Service Manchester. Citizen State Bank with locations in Manchester, Monticello, Strawberry Point, Winthrop, Ryan, Hopkins, and New Vienna. Member FDIC. Fireside Pub and Steakhouse. Food always tastes better when it's made by the fireside.
Bob Stephen Motors, your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. Krager Body Shop for all of your minor and major collision repairs in Dyersville. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes. GNB Bank for your banking, loans, and trusts, member FDIC. And Tauke Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Dyersville.
Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader, your hometown dealer wherever your hometown may be. Phillips Landscaping, retaining walls, patios, and all landscaping projects. Precision Collision, one call does it all. Quality guaranteed. Farmers Savings Bank, hometown banking with your neighbors and friends. Member FDIC. Okoboji Grill, 1749 Golf Course Boulevard, Independence, where good friends meet.
Now we're in the bottom of the second inning. 3-1 the score in favor of North Fayette Valley now as the Tiger Hawks strike for 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 defensive error for East Buchanan in the top half of the second inning. Bottom half brings up Collison, Kress, and Anderegg. 8-9-1 for East Buck. Up and out for a ball. Here to Anna Collison. Buccaneer trailing 3-1. Foul ball. Back to the fence. Here to Collison, number 8 batter. The wind's picking up a little bit, not registering on the old smartphone. 4 miles per hour. There's a swing and a miss by Collison. Kress standing in now. We'll have an update from Luke Myers come up here after this half inning. Hear how those other 2 games are going on. Cedar Rapids, Washington at Echo, and Crestwood and Independence. Ball misses out there, 0-1, I believe. That breeze does feel good, though. There's a ball upstairs. 2-0 the count.
Yeah, we've got this air conditioning up here, but all them BTUs, they go right up that big hole up there in the ceiling of the press box. So
construction being done up here. Press box inside the Beckman Sports Complex. There's strike 3 on the corner, waist high. Too good of a pitch to let go with 2 strikes, and Crest found it out the hard way for the second out. Nice pitch by Monroe there. Brings up Danielle Enderig now. Got on with infield hit in the first. There's a slow grounder left side. Shortstop up and over. And got a girl. 6-3 put out for out number 3. And we go to the third. It's East Buchanan trailing North Fayette Valley 3-1. Back after this from KMCH Sports.
It's time for the 29th Annual Edgewood Pro Rodeo Days, June 23rd through the 26th. VRCA Rodeo action Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 8 p.m., rain or shine in the center of downtown Edgewood. Coming up to Ware Peak on Thursday. Friday is the crowning of Miss Edgewood and the Wrangler National Patriot Night. Don't miss fireworks, live music, and a rodeo dance each night, along with a parade and a 5K on Saturday. Catch the crash and thunder on Sunday, Edgewood's Demo Derby. It all starts at 1 p.m. For Bronx Bulls and Babes, visit edgewoodiowa.com or call 563-928-7036 for information and tickets. 29 years of doing it in the dirt. Brought to you by the Edgewood Chamber of Commerce, Community Savings Bank, Jack Daniels, Kendrick Forest Products, and Budweiser. June 23rd through the 26th, it's Edgewood Pro Rodeo Days. Don't miss it.
Back into the Beckman Sports Complex here as getting ready for the top of inning number 3. And speaking of Edgewood and the rodeo days next week, we've got Luke Myers over there. We've got Edco taking on Washington. Man, I keep forgetting. All I got to do is
Edco versus Washington. This game is currently in the top of the 6th, and Washington leads 7-2. Edco's been stranding a lot of runners on the base pass, and that's why the score stands where it is, 7-2. The other game going on right now, Independence versus Crestwood. That's in the bottom of the 4th. It's a pitcher's duel right now, tied at 1 apiece. Mackenzie Hupke and Lauren Rakes just getting out of jams left and right. Score 1-1. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Luke. As back here in the GMB Bank field, Megan Gavin was the leadoff batter from North Fayette Valley. She grounded out to Tanisha Gedkin over at third base. A nice throw over to first for out number 1. That's going to bring up Tatum Kaler as she stands in here. Grounded out to the pitcher her first time up. She's going to lift this one out into center field. Danielle Andrick comes on to make the catch for out number 2. So quickly there are 2 outs here for North Fayette, and that is going to bring up the left fielder, Allie Nee, as she is 0 for 1, grounded out to second her first time up, as she awaits the first pitch from Samantha Foltz. It's going to be high for a ball. 1-0 the count on Allie Nee. The 1-0 is going to be swung on, chopped back to the right side. It's going to be picked up by Megan G. She throws on to Kim Fank at first for out number 3. A very quick 1-2-3 inning. Top of the 3rd for North Fayette Valley. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's North Fayette Valley 3, East Buchanan 1. You're listening to Hawk Softball Invitational coverage on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Delhi Lumber, your authorized Anderson dealer in Delhi. Community Savings Bank, member FDIC. Find out more at csbchecking.com. Parrot Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company in Manchester. Beavers Lounge, leave it to Beavers to show you a good time. TriVet Associates, with locations in Dyersville and Farley. Check them out at trivetinc.com. Hartridge, great food and great fun await you at Hartridge. Georgian Auto, where complete automotive service and repair are their complete focus. Dunlap Motors, Chevy, Buick, and certified pre-owned vehicles. That's Dunlap Motors in downtown Independence. State Farm Insurance, Julie Smith Agency in Manchester. And Viafield, growing opportunities serving your agronomy, energy, feed, and grain needs in northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
Above and beyond healthcare. The more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Get your game on with AK Sports, your local sports apparel store and more in Manchester. Steve Morman Insurance, your agency of choice in Manchester.
Yep. And it is a nice hit. It's going to bounce and roll almost all the way to the fence. Getting there is the left fielder, Collison. And check that. Wrong roster. Here we go. Megan G with the hit. Getting there was Nye, the left fielder. But not before a leadoff double here for Megan G. Brings up Tanisha Gentkin down. Our final game, our sixth and final broadcast. We've had 4 games today after the 2 games yesterday. Katie G is on deck. Gentkin settles in. Little popper right side. Foul ball. Beautiful weather this weekend. Jamie talked about we've had rain once in a while the last few years. We were rained out all day last year on Saturday. So good to get this tournament back in. And we mentioned the total attendance for the weekend just shy of 800, 799. West Delaware AD Mike Morrison tells us. And Jamie just had the quickest half inning of the tournament. Lasted like a minute and a half. There's a swing and a miss. And, first baseman coming back inside. Was on the orange and came back inside, and safe is the call. As the strikeout, but safe. On the drop third strike is Gentkin's on first, G on second.
How do you score that?
It's just a K drop third.
Fielders, well. See, the first base or the catcher took a long time to throw down there. She was checking the runner at second.
Got to get the out. In that case,
yeah, you would think.
Now time is called offensive time here, as G, the runner, did get the third. Gentkin's on first. Katie G now standing in. She got an infield hit. Her first time up in that 1-run first inning. East Buchanan trying to strike back after they gave up 3 runs to North Fayette Valley in the second inning. They trail 3-1. As Mr. Dean Berg calls time in, we're ready to play. Here's a low throw. They're going to throw down, try to get the out. 1 run scores, and a rundown ensued here. And out is going to be the call. If that runner would have kept going, that second baseman was right in the baseline. As a base runner, when you're caught like that, run right into that fielder and make that umpire make that call, as that second baseman should not have been that close to her in that baseline. Might have got away with one there, but just ran out of room there and lost her balance, did the runner Gentkin, as she falls down. And we got a different number here hitting. It's number 8. I'm sorry. Looked at it wrong there. I only saw
same batter.
Yeah, I only saw half of it. I thought it was a 3. As G takes the ball downstairs.
Scored that a 2-6-3-4.
Thank you. I had not scored it yet. 3-2. North Fayette Valley with the lead here when the bottom of the third. Here's a little popper left side. Shortstop backing up on it and brings it in. Pop out to the shortstop for out number 2. Samantha Fultz now, the pitcher of record for the Buccaneers, standing in. And here is a ball out of the zone for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Here to Samantha Fultz. Ball outside. 2 balls, no strikes. This ball is hit left side, shortstop up and over, and the scoop by the first baseman before the pitcher Fultz got there. 6-3 put out for out number 3. 3-2 North Fayette Valley with the lead. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory with locations in Manchester, Strawberry Point, and Edgewood. Don & Walt, LLC, your Lennox heating and cooling experts in Manchester, and Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company.
Bone Camp Murdoch Funeral Homes in Clifton Murdoch Funeral Home, proud to sponsor all area athletes. Pete's Small Engine Repair, your small engine experts in Monticello. Monticello Sports, for all your school sports team needs in Monticello. Heims Construction, proud to sponsor West Delaware Softball Tournament in Manchester. All Seasons Auto Body in Monticello, specializing in body repair and painting on all makes and models.
Wapsie Valley Creamery, Independence, Partners in Excellence. Buchanan Disposal Inc. in Dyersville, serving Delaware and Dubuque counties. Manchester Carquest dealer in Manchester. Crop Production Services in Winthrop. Your chemical fertilizer, feed, seed, and agronomy experts. Manchester Monument Works, proud to sponsor all area athletes in their communities.
American Trust and Savings Bank in Dyersville and Farley. AmericanTrust.com. Simply better banking. Jay's Auto. Customer satisfaction is their #1 priority. Manchester Press, the official newspaper of Delaware County. Regional Medical Center. Excellence in healthcare close to home. And the Edgewood Reminder. Locally owned. Community involved.
F&M Bank. The right choice. Serving Cedar Rapids, Manchester, Anamosa, and Monticello. Member FDIC. Dupaco Community Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen. Good Neighbor Society, trusted for over 50 years to get you off the bench and back in the game. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa, Manchester, where your vision is their primary focus. Newhouse Construction and Concrete for your commercial, ag, and residential projects. Call Phil at 563-927-5178.
Back into the Beckman Sports Complex. Jamie Vaskey, John Swisher, and Luke Myers along with you here from this Hawk Softball Invitational. First pitch here to Megan Feldman was fouled back. The 0-1 is going to be dribbled out to shortstop, and the shortstop, G, is going to pick it up. Can't be corralled over there by Kim Fank, as I believe it was it 6? The throwing error that time by Katie G is going to allow Megan Feldman to go to second. So East Buchanan cuts the lead to 1. It's 3-2, and just like that, North Fayette Valley has a runner out at second base. The next first pitch here is going to be hit to the pitcher, Samantha Foltz, and she can't make the throw. A high throw over to first base, and Kim Fank couldn't handle that one. So another throwing error that time. This time by the pitcher Foltz, and just like that, there's runners on first and third as Feldman went to third on the play, as that was Chloe Johnson, the batter. First pitch here to the next batter up, Mara Burak, is taken for a called strike as Chloe Johansson will go down to second. No throw on her. So runners on second and third now. And the 0-1 from Samantha Foltz is going to be swung on, chopped to the right side. Second baseman comes on. It's Megan G, and it goes right between her legs. So quickly, 3 errors in this inning by the Buccaneers is going to allow 2 runs to come in and score. So the score will be 5-2 here in favor of North Fayette Valley. Kind of shooting themselves in the foot here are the Buccaneers as 2 runs have come in. This time on a fielding error by Megan G. And that's going to bring us to the number 9 hitter, Haley Meyer, as Mara Burak is going to swipe second base there. So stolen base for Mara Burak, and Haley Meyer stands in here with an 0-1 count. Now time is called by both of our umpires as Al Hernson's going to clean the base out at second. Home plate umpire is going to clean off home plate. And Haley Meyer is going to stand back in here for North Fayette Valley. As Samantha Foltz comes set to deliver. That one's going to be upstairs. I believe the count is 1-1 here on Haley Meyer. Nobody out here, top of inning number 4. And that one's in the dirt and gets away from the catcher, Jocelyn Sabalka. And Mara Burak will head over to third base on the pass ball. So running at third here. Still nobody out. 2 runs already in as we're here in the top of inning number 4. North Fayette Valley already leading this game 5-2. As Meyer comes set for the 2-1, is going to be taken for a called strike. Like she was taking all the way there. The count might have been 3-0. As she waits the next pitch, this one's going to be swung on and missed. Now the count is full. 3-2. Swing and a miss there by Haley Meyer as the leadoff batter, Kim Rounds, waits on deck. As she has reached base twice and has a lot of speed. As this ball is going to be hit over to the third baseman, Tanisha Getkin's going to pick it up. Looks the runner Burak back to third and does not make a throw to first. So an infield hit there for Haley Meyer. Takes us back to the top of the order, and Kim Rounds, who reached on a single her first time up, got thrown out at home. And then she reached on an error by left fielder Anna Collison, and now
East Buchanan is asking the umpires to talk about something. Not sure what it was. Not sure what they could have been asking for on that play. Looked pretty clean.
Absolutely. As Rounds will dig in now. Still nobody out here in the top of the 4th. And Rounds shows bunch. She's going to pull it back and take a strike. In the meantime, Haley Meyer will go down to second base. No throw there. So runners on second and third now with nobody out here in the top of inning number 4. 5-0 is our score. North Fayette Valley, 5-2, excuse me. North Fayette Valley leading. This one's going to be bunted, and it's going to go foul. So Rounds will face an 0-2 count when we come back here. She comes back in, takes a couple practice cuts, and gets set. She hit a line drive out to left field her last time up off the glove of Anna Collison. She went into second base, and the 0-2 is going to be fouled straight back to the backstop, so the count will remain 0-2. And everybody playing right now, their final games of this tournament. Edco taking on Cedar Rapids, Washington. Independence taking on Crestwood. And, of course, our game here with East Buchanan and North Fayette Valley is 5-2, North Fayette Valley. As the next pitch to Rounds is going to be fouled back again. Count will remain 0-2. Independence with a 2-1 lead in the bottom of inning, or in inning number 6. As Kim Rounds digs back in and waits the 0-2 from Samantha Foltz, and this one's fouled back once again. As quick as the top of the 3rd inning went, Swish, this top of the 4th has been a bit lengthy so far. This is making up for it. Rounds going to step out, tighten her batting gloves, and come back set in the box and wait the 0-2 from Samantha Foltz. She's going to off-speed pitch. She waits back. This one's going to be popped up to the shortstop. Katie G is going to come over and make the catch for out number 1. So an out there for East Buchanan. On the defensive side, will bring up Jade Doughton, the right fielder. As she comes in here, she's 0 for 2. Grounded into a fielder's choice her first time up. Popped up to the first baseman back in inning number 2, and she stands in here with 1 away and runners on second and third. She bunts at this one, but it goes foul, picked up by Sabalka behind the plate, and the count will be 0-1. as the game behind us has concluded.
Edco falling to Cedar Rapids, Washington, 9-2.
The 0-1 here to Jade Doughton is going to be in the dirt, ball 1. So 1-1 is our count. And the 1-1 is going to be swung on a miss, strike 2. So 1-2 the count. Here in the top of inning number 4, 1 away. East Buchanan trailing 5-2. As the Buccaneers scored in the top of the first inning and 1 in the top or the bottom of the first inning and 1 in the bottom of the third. The 1-2 is going to be taken outside, ball 2, 2-2 the count. To Jade Doughton, the right fielder for North Fayette Valley, with Megan Gavin standing in the on-deck circle. The 2-2 is going to be fouled to the right side, and a nice catch there by Jocelyn Sabalka for out number 2. The catcher goes over and makes the catch for out number 2, and that'll bring up Megan Gavin, standing in with runners on still on second and third, with 2 away here in the top of inning number 4. As Gavin stands in the box, calls for time, and she waits the first pitch from Samantha Foltz. It's going to be swung on and lined up out into center field, and coming on and making that catch is Danielle Andrig for out number 3. But North Fayette adds 2 more here. They lead it 5-2. We go to the bottom of the 4th. You're listening to West Delaware Hawks Softball Invitational coverage on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
These days, it seems like everyone is giving investment advice. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want to work with someone you can trust. This is Marshall Johnson, Vice President of Investments, located at Community Savings Bank. We can help make sure you're headed in the right direction when it comes to your finances and provide quality advice you can trust. Talking is free, but waiting could be costly. Call me today for your free consultation, 563-928-6268. That's 563-928-6268. Securities offered through Investment Professionals, Inc., member of FINRA and SIPC. Products are not FDIC insured, offer no bank guarantee, and may lose value.
This is Marvin and David inviting you to join us for Waterhouse Beef Tips and more.
Every Wednesday morning, we'll review our sales at Manchester Livestock Auction, give you important market information, and let you know what's coming up.
Waterhouse Beef Tips and more, Wednesday mornings at 6:30 on KMCH.
This June Dairy Month message is brought to you by J.P. Sherman Incorporated.
This is Megan Wolfcool, the 2016-2017 Alternate Delaware County Dairy Princess. Dairy foods are an excellent source of nutrients that work together to help protect bones, including calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, protein, and vitamin D. So enjoy 3 servings of low-fat or fat-free milk, yogurt, or cheese every day as an overall healthy diet. This has been a message brought to you from the Delaware County Dairy Council and your local dairy farmers.
This June Dairy Month message has been brought to you by J.P. Sherman Incorporated, your authorized Coon Night dealer west of Farley on Highway 20.
We're in the bottom of the 4th inning, 5-2 is the score now in favor of North Fayette Valley as Jocelyn Sabalka stands in. 6, 7, 8, Sabalka, Mauser, and Collison for East Buchanan. Trails by 3. This one fouled in the fence right side. East Buchanan entering play here in this final game of the West Delaware Invitational with a record of 10-12, 2-1 here in the tournament this weekend. As North Fayette Valley is 14-7 overall, 2-1 in the tourney as well. There's a swing and a miss by Sabalka for round number 1, brings up Jody Mauser now. Mauser struck out swingier last time in the first. Ball outside, off the plate, 1-0. There's a strike. Outer half. Die high, strike 1. 1-1 the count. There was a swing and a miss for strike 2. 1-2 the count. Here to Mauser. Number 7 batter. And the batting order for Coach Sorensen and company. Here's a ball hit left side, backhanded. And Monroe fires the first for the 1-3 putout, out number 2. Independence with the 2-1 win. So this is the final game going on. Independence, good win for them. Knocking off number 10 in Class 3A Crestwood. Eggo fell. CR Wash 9-2. Independence finishes with a 2-2 record, losing to Lansing Key, a very good team, number 2 in Class 1A. As Collison back in and ready. Ground right side. No good to stay there. 2 down. Collison back in. Kress is on deck. Popped up. Off territory. And the out. We'll be back right after this.
Three Rivers FS Company, your partner for growth solutions. Fairway Stores in Manchester. Lucky Building Service Manchester. Citizen State Bank with locations in Manchester, Monticello, Strawberry Point, Winthrop, Ryan, Hopkins, and New Vienna. Member FDIC. Fireside Pub and Steakhouse. Food always tastes better when it's made by the fireside.
Bob Stephen Motors, your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. Krager Body Shop for all of your minor and major collision repairs in Dyersville. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes. GNB Bank for your banking, loans, and trusts, member FDIC. And Tauke Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Dyersville.
Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader, your hometown dealer wherever your hometown may be. Phillips Landscaping, retaining walls, patios, and all landscaping projects. Precision Collision, one call does it all. Quality guaranteed. Farmers Savings Bank, hometown banking with your neighbors and friends. Member FDIC. Okoboji Grill, 1749 Golf Course Boulevard, Independence, where good friends meet.
Back into the Beckman Sports Complex, Jamie Vaskey, John Swisher, and Luke Myers along with you. And Luke has a final update from some of the other games from around the Beckman Sports Complex. Luke?
Thanks, Jamie. Cedar Rapids, Washington took down Edco 9-2. And one of the more exciting games of the tournament, Independence upset Crestwood 2-1. Jenna Price hit a go-ahead single to bring in the game-winning run in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pull out the big upset there. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Luke. As KMCH Sports intern Luke Myers there, as we're back to action here. East Buchanan trailing 5-2 here as we move to the top of inning number 5 and due up for North Fayette Valley is Tatum Kaler as she stands in here. She's 0 for 2, and the first pitch to her was fouled back, and she's going to rip this ball out into right field, and it's going to get past the right fielder, Allison Kress. She didn't take a very good angle at it, and now Kaler is on her way to third, and she's going to slide in safely at third base as it's going to be a single and a fielding error out there on the right fielder, Allison Kress, as the ball was going to be a single anyway, but she wasn't able to come up with that ball. And it rolled all the way to the fence, allowing Kaler to go to third. So leadoff single here. And going to third is Tatum Kaler, and that's going to bring up Allie Nye, the left fielder, who stands in 0 for 2. She's grounded out to second base twice. And the first pitch from Foltz is in the dirt, and it's going to get away from the catcher, Jocelyn Sabalka. A wild pitch there will score the 6th run of the ball game for North Fayette Valley as they lead it now 6-2. So wild pitch there and a 1-0 count on Allie Nye. As she stands back in the box and awaits the 1-0 from Samantha Foltz. Will be taken low for a ball, 2-0 the count here on 9. As this is our final game, only game in progress right now here on any of the 3 diamonds that they've played on all weekend, and the 2-1 is taken for a called strike 1. 2-1 the count on Alley Nye. Samantha Foltz, the pitcher for East Buchanan, giving up 6 runs here as East Buchanan trails 6-2, excuse me. And the 2-1 is swung on a miss, strike 2, so 2-2 the count. 6-2 our score. We're in the top of inning number 5, nobody out. As Foltz comes set in the circle to deliver the 2-2. We've taken in the dirt, ball 3, 3-2 the count. On Alley Nye, again, who's grounded out to second base twice. And await, she's going to stand in and await the 3-2. Taken for a ball, so a walk here by Alley Nye as she's going to go down to first base. And bring up Megan Feldman, the shortstop for North Fayette Valley. As she stands in here, she's 0 for 2. She popped up to first base her first time up. Or third base, excuse me, popped up to third and reached on an error back in the 4th. Coming out as a courtesy runner here is going to be Jenna Bemis. I guess it's going to be a pinch runner. It's going to be Jenna Bemis. And digging in will be Megan Feldman. As we mentioned, she reached on that error in the 4th inning. She later scored. And she stands in here as our umpire gets the pinch runner into the game there. As first pitch here to Feldman is going to be bunted, and it's going to go foul, so 0-1 will be the count. So our score here is 6-2 in favor of North Fayette Valley. As Feldman stands back in and awaits the 0-1 from Foltz. She bunts at this one. She did not get the bat on it. She went around. I think she was around. It hit her in the thigh, and she trots down to first base. And now our home plate umpire is going to head out, talk to Al Hermson, the base ump. Looked like she had gone around on it. I don't think it hit the bat either. So Feldman is down at first base. I think they're going to make her come back up because if you go around on it and get hit, is it a hit batter? Or? Not quite sure.
No, it's a swing.
Yeah,
if it hit her and she swung, it's a swing.
Yeah, okay. So the count will be 0-2 on Megan Feldman. And the pitch is swung on and hit out to left field. Left fielder Collison comes over and makes the catch for out number 1. Moving to her right. Nice catch out there by Anna Collison. Is the first out of the top of the 5th inning here. And that is going to bring up Chloe Johansson, the first baseman for North Fayette Valley. As she stands in here, 1 for 2 in this ball game. She had a single in the 2nd inning. Reached on an error and later scored. Back in inning number 4, as this one's going to be popped up to the first baseman, Fank. She's going to range over and catch this ball near the North Fayette Valley dugout for out number 2. So 2 away here. Now bring up Mara Burak as she digs in here with 2 away and a runner on first. 1 run already in this inning as the first pitch is going to be swung on and hit out to shortstop. Katie G throws on to first, and she's going to be called out. So 6-3 put out there for out number 3, and that's how this top of the 5th is going to end. But North Fayette Valley gets a run. They lead it 6-3. Be back after this. You're listening to West Delaware's softball invitational coverage on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Delhi Lumber, your authorized Anderson dealer in Delhi. Community Savings Bank, member FDIC. Find out more at csbchecking.com. Parrot Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company in Manchester. Beavers Lounge, leave it to Beavers to show you a good time. TriVet Associates, with locations in Dyersville and Farley. Check them out at trivetinc.com.
You've got your favorite burger joint, hometown team, and go-to mechanic. You know the fastest routes through traffic and best barber in the city. What are we talking about? About a sense of belonging, about being from here as opposed to just somewhere, and about a community connection you can make even stronger right now. Take local radio anywhere with Next Radio. Downloadable from the Google Play Store. Check supported carriers and devices at nextradioapp.com. Next Radio, live and local wherever you go.
Calling all talent. Manchester's 150th birthday celebration is coming Sunday, July 3rd at Terrell Park in Manchester, and we can't think of a better way to celebrate than showing off the area's talent. So, KMCH, the Hanson Foundation, Henderson Products, and the Woodland Eye Clinic present Manchester's Got Talent. What's your talent? Can you sing, dance, juggle? If you think you have what it takes, bring it on. The contest is open to all ages and all residents of Delaware County. Cash prizes for the top 3 contestants with the grand prize $500 generously provided by the Hanson Foundation. There is no entry fee, but entries will be limited to the first 20 contestants. The talent show will be held 11 a.m. Sunday, July 3rd at the Terrell Park Bandshell as part of the Manchester Sesquicentennial Celebration. Get your application and complete rules at the KMCH Studios, 212 East Main Street in downtown Manchester. Manchester's Got Talent, brought to you by Henderson Products, the Woodland Eye Clinic, the Hanson Foundation, and Mix 94.7 KMCH.
And welcome back into the Beckman Sports Complex here. 9-1-2 to up here for East Buchanan as they trail this ball game. Now 6-2. It's one more run added by North Fayette Valley in the 5th inning. Top half of this 5th inning. 1 run, 1 hit. It's Allison Kress facing a 2-2 count here. To the pitcher, Madison Monroe. Off speed and a little floater left side. Oh, diving effort. What a catch by the third baseman, Burrock. Diving and with that bare hand covering up the ball in the glove hand. Nice job by Allison Kress. Nice play there by the Tiger Hawk third baseman for out number 1 here in the bottom half of the 5th. Brings up Danielle Anderegg now. She's 1 for 2, an infield hit. And thrown out, forced out back in the first. Grounded out her last time in the second. Takes a ball here, 1-0. East Buchanan, 10-12 overall. They're 2-1 so far in this tournament. North Fayette Valley, 14-7 overall. They're 2-1 in the last 2 days. Here's a hot shot left side. A foul ball just past the third baseman, Burrock. Megan G is on deck. And they're waiting up and in for ball. Ball 1-1. Here to Anderegg. Those finals of this last session of games. Edco falling to Cedar Rapids, Washington, 9-2. It was in Independence with a upset of 3A, 10th ranked Crestwood, 2-1. And waiting for this final, and the tournament will be complete for another year. So it's popped up left side, getting to it in foul ground, but not fast enough to get the ball in the glove was third baseman Burrock. And Anderegg will stand back in, 1-2. Ball downstairs for ball 4. Anderegg takes her place with the walk. Megan G stands in now with 1 out and 1 on. Tanisha Genkin Stands in, takes a shrink, waist down the outside corner. There's an off-speed pitch. Stayed up. 4-1, 1-1 the count. Here to Genkin. Ball is outside, ball 2. 2-1 the count. This summer season has gone pretty quickly here this month of June, flying right by. 18th day of June already. We're only 2 weeks away from a special broadcast here on KMCH at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Jamie and I will have all the action for you of Monticello baseball on July 2nd, around 4 o'clock. Panthers travel south to take on the Wilton Beavers, and there is a slow chopper left side. The pitcher coming on, not a chance to get the hustling Megan G, and runners are on first and second with one down. Anderegg to second. G is on with the infield hit, and it brings up Tanisha Genkin now. That's Genkin. Struck out, but reached on the drop third or last time of the third. Got on with a hit to left, I should say, back in the first. Stands in here with runners on. First and second, one away. We're at the bottom of the fifth. North Fayette Valley leading this game 6-2. Monroe, side of the circle. Ball downstairs off the plate. Wow, is weighted back on right down the line. Nice play by the third baseman Burrock to get the force. Stepped on the bag, then threw to first. No chance to get Getkin hustling down there. She reaches first on the fielder's choice to the third baseman as she moves up to second. Anderegg cut down at third. So 2 down. Brings up Katie G here. Hot shot right side off the top of the first base Tiger Hawk dugout. Comes back into foul territory. Chased down by the first baseman, Joe Hodson. G back in with an 0-1 count. Infield hit back into first. She popped out to short her last time in the third. This game an hour and 12 minutes old here. Here's a little floater behind first base. Caught by the second baseman, Rouds. The pop out ends the inning. 1 hit and 2 left on here for the Buccaneers. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
Hartridge, great food and great fun await you at Hartridge. Georgian Auto, where complete automotive service and repair are their complete focus. Dunlap Motors, Chevy, Buick, and certified pre-owned vehicles. That's Dunlap Motors in downtown Independence. State Farm Insurance, Julie Smith Agency in Manchester. And Viafield, growing opportunities serving your agronomy, energy, feed, and grain needs in northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
Above and beyond healthcare. The more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Get your game on with AK Sports, your local sports apparel store and more in Manchester. Steve Morman Insurance, your agency of choice in Manchester.
Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory with locations in Manchester, Strawberry Point, and Edgewood. Don and Walt, LLC, your Lennox heating and cooling experts in Manchester, and Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company.
Bone Camp Murdoch Funeral Homes in Clifton Murdoch Funeral Home, proud to sponsor all area athletes. Pete's Small Engine Repair, your small engine experts in Monticello. Monticello Sports, for all your school sports team needs in Monticello. Himes Construction, proud to sponsor West Delaware Softball Tournament in Manchester. All Seasons Auto Body in Monticello, specializing in body repair and painting on all makes and models.
Wapsie Valley Creamery, Independence, Partners in Excellence. Bi-County Disposal Inc. in Dyersville, serving Delaware and Dubuque counties. Manchester Carquest dealer in Manchester. Crop Production Services in Winthrop. Your chemical fertilizer, feed, seed, and agronomy experts. Manchester Monument Works, proud to sponsor all area athletes in their communities.
Top of the sixth inning. 9-1-2 batters due up here for North Fayette Valley. Leading off is the number 9 hitter, Haley Meyer, as she stands in here. Top of the sixth. 6-0, or 6-2 rather, is our score in favor of North Fayette Valley. As Meyer digs in here from the right side of the plate. Samantha Foltz still in the circle for East Buchanan. First pitch is going to be fouled off the foot of Meyer, as Meyer's 2 for 2 in this ball game. She singled back in the second inning and later scored in that 3-run second inning. And she singled and was stranded out at second base back in the fourth. She comes in, waits the 0-1. It's going to be lined to the shortstop, Katie G. She picks it up, throws on to first, but not in time. Tough play over there as it was a liner to G. And it'll be an infield single for Haley Meyer on the hard shot there. Out to Katie G. He's going to take us back to the top of the order for North Fayette Valley. And that'll bring up Kim Rounds. As the first pitch to Rounds is taken for a ball, 1-0 the count. So we're here in the top of the sixth inning. North Fayette Valley leading 6-2. The 1-0 is going to be bunted, and it's going to be picked up foul, as that'll even the count at 1-1. As Haley Meyer will have to head back to first base here. And we'll do it again, 1-1. As Foltz comes set, gets her sign, and delivers the 1-1, and that's going to be bunted at and misses. A running bunt there by Kim Rounds, and that'll on the count now to 1-2. As nobody out here in the top of inning number 6. The 1-2 from Foltz is going to be hit to the left side, but foul as Tanisha Getkin watches that one roll out into the outfield. And Anna Collison will pick it up and fire it back in. We're here in the top of inning number 6. Almost all of the other diamonds have cleared out. This game, the only one going. As the 1-2 is going to be hit to the left side. It's going to be picked up. Nice play by Tanisha Getkin to get the speedy Kim Rounds for the 5-3 putout. On the play, Haley Meyer will go to second base, but one away here in the top of the 6th, and that'll bring up Jade Doughton, the right fielder for North Fayette Valley. As there's one out here. Doughton stands in and awaits the first pitch from Samantha Foltz. And it's going to be fouled back to the screen, 0-1 the count. As John was mentioning, a two-day total of 799 for an attendance here at this two-day tournament. Down to probably less than 50 people here left, as the 0-1 is going to be taken for a called strike 2. 0-2 the count on Jade Doughton. 6-2 our score in favor of North Fayette Valley. They have a runner out at second base with one out here, and that pitch is going to be outside. 1-2 the count. As Doughton digs back into the box on the right side, the 1-2 is going to be in the dirt, and it's going to get away from Jocelyn Sabalka. So Haley Meyer will head over to third base on that wild pitch, and the count will be 2-2 on Jade Doughton. As she stands back in, awaits the pitch from Samantha Foltz. Off-speed pitch, as Doughton's going to foul this one off the back stop, and the count will remain 2-2. As Foltz comes set, the 2-2 swung on, hit right back to Foltz. She checks third, throws to first. Now Fank's going to throw back home, and the runner will be safe. So 1-3 on the put out to first. The runner will score. And an RBI there for Jade Doughton. Will be the 7th run of this ball game for North Fayette Valley as they lead it now 7-2. 2 away now, bottom of the 6th, nobody on. Going to bring up the number 3 hitter, Megan Gavin, the catcher, as she stands in the box and awaits the pitch from Samantha Foltz. And the first pitch is going to be chopped in the box and off of Megan Gavin. And the count will be 0-1. As Foltz gets set, and Gavin digs back in the 0-1. Swung on and hit out into right field. Right fielder Kress going back, a leaping catch, and she comes up with it for out number 3. A great catch out there by Allison Kress, and that will retire the side. The North Fayette Valley scores 1. They lead it 7-2. Be back for the bottom of the 6th right after this. You listen to the Hawk Softball Tournament coverage on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
American Trust and Savings Bank in Dyersville and Farley. AmericanTrust.com. Simply better banking. Jay's Auto. Customer satisfaction is their #1 priority. Manchester Press, the official newspaper of Delaware County. Regional Medical Center. Excellence in healthcare close to home. And the Edgewood Reminder. Locally owned. Community involved.
F&M Bank. The right choice. Serving Cedar Rapids, Manchester, Anamosa, and Monticello. Member FDIC. Dupaco Community Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen. Good Neighbor Society, trusted for over 50 years to get you off the bench and back in the game. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa, Manchester, where your vision is their primary focus. Newhouse Construction and Concrete for your commercial, ag, and residential projects. Call Phil at 563-927-5178.
Three Rivers FS Company, your partner for growth solutions. Fairway Stores in Manchester. Lucky Building Service Manchester. Citizen State Bank with locations in Manchester, Monticello, Strawberry Point, Winthrop, Ryan, Hopkin, and New Vienna. Member FDIC. Fireside Pub and Steakhouse. Food always tastes better when it's made by the fireside.
Jamie and John back with you at the Beckman Sports Complex as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. East Buchanan coming to bat, and it's going to be Samantha Foltz leading off here for the Buccaneers as she's 1 for 2 in this ballgame. Singled in the first, grounded out in the 4th inning as the first pitch to Foltz is going to be fouled off to the right side. And we're going to get the ball back in as Madison Monroe gets the pitch back. She digs back in on the rubber and gets set to deliver the 0-1 to Samantha Foltz. This one's hit to the right side. It's going to be picked up over there at first base by Chloe Johansson. She'll take it to first base herself for out number 1. So 1 away. That'll bring up the catcher now, Jocelyn Sabalka. As Sabalka stands in here, she's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, both swinging. 1 in the first, 1 in the 4th. As Madison Monroe has 5 strikeouts in this ball game, and the first pitch to Sabalka is going to be inside, ball 1, 1-0 the count. As Sabalka stands back in, the 1-0 is going to be swung on and fouled off back to the backstop, so that'll even the count at 1-1. Again, we mentioned earlier today during that West Delaware-Maquoketa Valley game, West Delaware Senior Night will be held Monday night against Dyersville-Beckman rather than one of the later home games as this pitch is taken high, 2-1. Want to pay homage to all their seniors, their 2 seniors, Kristen Wegman and Bridget Hoffman, at that senior night on Monday against Beckman. The 1-1 is going to be taken outside, ball 2, so 2-1 the count on Jocelyn Sabalka. Excuse me, 3-1 the count on Sabalka. The 3-1 is going to be hit out to the right side, and it's going to roll foul before Chloe Johansson picks it up, so the count will fill up there at 3-2. As Sabalka comes back and grabs her bat and gets ready to dig back in and await the 3-2 pitch from Madison Monroe. The 3-2 is going to be taken high for ball 4, so a one-out walk here for Jocelyn Sabalka. We'll see if we get a courtesy runner as Sabalka is the catcher. It's her first time on here in this ball game. And she's going to stay out and run for herself here. And that's going to bring up the designated player, Jody Mouser. First pitch to Mouser is going to be fouled off to the right side. And the count will go to 0-1. So 0-1 the count, one runner on first, one away here in the bottom of inning number 6. East Buchanan trailing North Fayette Valley 7-2. The 0-1 is going to be hit to the right side. Right fielder's going to come on playing very shallow, and she's going to throw on to first base. So a 9-3 put out there for the second out of the inning. Jocelyn Sabalka will move to second on that play, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Anna Collison. She stands in here with 2 away and a runner out at second base. As she digs into the box and gets set to deliver the first pitch. It's going to be hit out to the left side. It's going to be caught. Line drive caught out there by Megan Feldman for out number 3. So East Buchanan strands a runner out at second. We go to the 7th inning. It's 7-2 in favor of North Fayette Valley. Be back after this from KMCH Sports.
Fresh strawberries on ice cream. Strawberry pie made with fresh picked strawberries. Boggy Strawberries is the place to go. You can pick your own strawberries for $1.75 per pound or call Boggy Strawberries at 319-334-3983. Place your order and they will pick your strawberries for you. Just $2.45 a pound. Hurry into Boggy Strawberries as the season is coming to an end. Located north of Independence on Highway 150, head east on 170th Street and follow the sign. Boggy Strawberries, north of Independence, has the better berry.
Ready, set, let's roll.
This summer at the Buchanan County Fair, see Chase Rice. Tickets are on sale now at buchanancountyfair.org.
Ready, set, let's roll. Ready, set, let's ride.
See Chase Rice live in concert July 9th at the Buchanan County Fair in Independence. You're gonna wanna have some fun. Don't miss Chase Rice.
Gonna wanna go out where?
Tickets are on sale now. Online only at buchanancountyfair.org. The Buchanan County Fair, July 6th through the 9th in Independence.
Hi, this is Keith Wilgenbush. Planning for the future is important to our ag operation and family. Since 2004, F&M has provided us with sound financial advice. F&M has partnered with us to make sure we are constantly moving our ag operation forward, emphasizing on innovation and sustainability. This is Keith Wilgenbush, and F&M Bank is the right choice for us. Member FDIC.
Back into the Beckman Complex as we go to the top of inning number 7, and leading off for North Fayette Valley is going to be Tatum Kaler. She's going to hit it to the right side, picked over there by Megan G. She throws on to Kim Fank at first for out number 1. So one away here in the top of the 7th. That's going to bring up Allie Nye, the left fielder, as Allie stands in here 0 for 2 in this ball game. She grounded out to second base twice, reached on a walker last time up. The first pitch to her is going to be in the dirt, ball 1-0 the count. As Samantha Foltz gets set to deliver the 1-0, it's going to be taken for a called strike 1-1 the count now. East Buchanan trailing North Fayette Valley 7-2 here in the top of inning number 7. As North Fayette Valley scored 3 runs in the second. As this one's going to be hit out to Katie G out at shortstop. She throws on to Kim Fank at first. The 6-3 put out for out number 2. 3 in the second for North Fayette Valley, 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and 1 in the 6th. And quickly here in the 7th inning, 2 up and 2 down, and that's going to bring up Megan Feldman, the shortstop. She waits the first pitch from Samantha Foltz. It's going to be outside. Ball 1-0 the count. Before we sign off, John Swisher will do a recap, probably talk about next week's schedule a little bit, as this one is going to be hit to the left side. It's going to be picked up by Katie G, and she overthrows the first baseman. And going to second will be Feldman. As call that a single, as I don't think they would have got Feldman, as that was deep in the hole at short, but the throwing error by Katie G will cause the runner Feldman to go to second. That's going to bring up Chloe Johansson, the first baseman. First pitch to Johansson's ripped out into left field. One runner rounding third, and she will score standing up on an RBI single by Chloe Johansson, making our score now 8-2 in favor of North Fayette Valley here in the top of inning number 7. So RBI single there for Johansson. As we'll see what we've got going here, we're going to pull back the batter, and it looks like we may get a pinch hitter here. And coming on to hit will be one of the girls we saw running earlier. It's going to be Jenna Bemis. As she stands in here, she's going to get ready to hit. It's Coach Monroe. As now they're going to say that they cannot pinch hit Bemis, so it looks like Mara Burak will come back out and hit. I saw Coach Monroe say 2. So we'll see if she does emerge from the dugout, and she does. So it will be Mara Burak with 2 away here and a runner on first. And North Fayette Valley up 8-2. So again, a tough spot here is similar to that second inning. They got the first 2 outs and got themselves in trouble, did East Buchanan Buccaneers. As 2 outs here, the first 2 batters were retired, and they've given up a run. And another single here as the first pitch to Burak is going to be taken low for a ball, 1-0. As the 1-0 is going to be taken high and outside, ball 2, so 2-0. The count here on Mara Burak as Samantha Foltz gets set to deliver the 2-0 with 2 away here. This pitch is going to be hit out into left center field. Center fielder Andrick is going to come over and cut this ball off and get it back in, as the runner Chloe Johansson will advance to second on that 2-out single by Mara Burak, and that'll bring up Haley Meyer, the center fielder for North Fayette Valley. As she digs in and waits the first pitch from Foltz. And this one's going to be a called strike, 0-1 the count. 8-2 our score in favor of North Fayette Valley. As due up in the bottom of the 7th, last chance for the Buccaneers, it's Allison Kress, Danielle Andrig, and Megan G. The 0-1 is taken outside, ball 1-1 the count. As now Haley Meyer will dig back in and await the 1-1 pitch from Foltz. She hits this to the left side, and that's going to get through as Coach Monroe is going to send the runner in, and they're going to take a 9-2 lead here as Chloe Johansson will score from second base. Moving up to second base will be Mara Burak on an RBI single by Haley Meyer. So 9-2 is our score now. As they go back to the top of the order. And now the runner is going to steal third base. That is Mara Burak will steal third. Here with 2 out, the runner Meyer stayed at first base, and Kim Rounds the batter, a 1-0 count on her. And Rounds shows bunt. She pulls it back, and the runner Meyer will take second base without a throw here. 9-2 is the score. And the 1-1 is going to be taken for a called strike 2. So 1-2 the count on Kim Rounds. As Kim Rounds comes in here, she is 1 for 4 in this ball game. The 1-2 is driven out into left field, and that's going to get down and go all the way to the wall. 2 runners will score. Rounds is on her horse. She'll head to third as the throw goes to second. Rounds will be standing at third with a 2 RBI triple. Make the score 11-2 now in favor of North Fayette Valley. As all of this coming with 2 outs here in the top of inning number 7. So 2 runs batted in there for Kim Rounds on that triple. And the batter will be Jay Doughton as Doughton stands in here. She's 0 for 4 in this ball game with an RBI back in inning number 6. First pitch to her is going to be fouled back to the backstop. Count will be 0-1. (11-2) is our score. 2 away, top of inning number 7. As Doughton is the 8th batter to bat here in this inning, and she hits a pop fly to the left side. It's going to be caught over there by Katie G., and that will retire the side. So last chance for the Buccaneers coming up. It's 11-2. North Fayette Valley leads it. Be back after this from KMCH Sports.
Bob Stephen Motors, your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. Krager Body Shop for all of your minor and major collision repairs in Dyersville. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes. GNB Bank for your banking, loans, and trusts, member FDIC. And Tauke Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Dyersville.
Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader, your hometown dealer wherever your hometown may be. Phillips Landscaping, retaining walls, patios, and all landscaping projects. Precision Collision, one call does it all. Quality guaranteed. Farmers Savings Bank, hometown banking with your neighbors and friends. Member FDIC. Okoboji Grill, 1749 Golf Course Boulevard, Independence, where good friends meet.
Delhi Lumber, your authorized Anderson dealer in Delhi. Community Savings Bank, member FDIC. Find out more at csbchecking.com. Parrot Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company in Manchester. Beavers Lounge, leave it to Beavers to show you a good time. TriVet Associates, with locations in Dyersville and Farley. Check them out at trivetinc.com. Hartridge, great food and great fun await you at Hartridge. Georgian Auto, where complete automotive service and repair are their complete focus. Dunlap Motors, Chevy, Buick, and certified pre-owned vehicles. That's Dunlap Motors in downtown Independence. State Farm Insurance, Julie Smith Agency in Manchester. And Viafield, growing opportunities serving your agronomy, energy, feed, and grain needs in northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
Allison Crest to lead off the bottom of the 7th for East Buchanan, and she's going to ground out to the right side. Second baseman Kim Rounds is going to pick up and throw on the first for out number 1, and that'll take it back to the top of the order for East Buchanan. And Danielle Andrig will stand in here with 1 away. Now she's 1 for 2 in this ball game. She's singled back in inning number 1. She's going to bunt this one right out in front of the plate. It looks like she is going to beat it out. An infield hit there for Danielle Andrig, her second hit of the ball game. A bunt single for Andrig, and that'll bring up Megan G. As Megan G stands in here, she's 2 for 3 in this ball game. She reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the first, doubled and scored in the third, and reached on a single back in the 5th inning. As she stands in here with 1 away and runner on first base in the form of Danielle Andrig. She fouls this first pitch off to the right side. The count will be 0-1. As East Buchanan put up 1 run in the first inning, 1 run in the first and 1 run in the third. They trailed 11-2. The 0-1 is going to be hit back to the pitcher. It gets by the pitcher. Second baseman picks up and throws to first for out number 2, as Rounds throws over to Johansson for the second out of the inning. As Andrig will go to second on the play. And with 2 away, that'll bring up Tanisha Gedkin. Down to their last out, our East Buchanan Buccaneers. As Gedkin stands in here. And the first pitch to her is a called strike 1, 0-1 the count. Gedkin is 1 for 3 in this ball game. She doubled. She struck out and reached first base safely in the third and reached on a fielder's choice in the fifth. The 0-1 is going to be hit back off the pitcher's foot. It's going to bounce over to the third baseman, Burak, and that'll be an infield hit there for Tanisha Gedkin, as off the foot of pitcher Madison Monroe, and it appears that she's going to be okay. She's going to walk it off. As moving to third on that play was Danielle Andrick. So runners on first and third here, and that'll bring up Katie G., the shortstop. As she stands in here, she's 1 for 3 in this ball game. Reached on a single, was stranded at second in the first inning, popped up to shortstop in the third, and popped up to the second baseman in the fifth inning. As she stands in here as the last chance for East Buchanan. The first pitch to her is going to be grounded back up to Monroe. She picks up, fires on to first, and that is how this game will end. A ground out to the pitcher for out number 3, and North Fayette Valley will win this ball game 11-2. We will take a break. We'll add up some totals for this game and get you on your way here on your Saturday night as North Fayette Valley defeats East Buchanan 11-2. We'll be back after this from KMCH Sports.
Above and beyond healthcare. The more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Get your game on with AK Sports, your local sports apparel store and more in Manchester. Steve Moorman Insurance, your agency of choice in Manchester.
Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory with locations in Manchester, Strawberry Point, and Edgewood. Don & Walt, LLC, your Lennox heating and cooling experts in Manchester, and Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company.
Are you looking to give your home a new updated look? Then visit Jock's Home Fashions in Dyersville. At Jock's, you'll find a great selection of Mohawk, Shaw, and Tuftex carpet. We also feature an outstanding selection of vinyl and porcelain tile, along with a variety of hardwood floors, all with expert installation. If you're thinking of new upholstery, then we have the lowest prices on Lazy Boy and England furniture, plus Sealy bedding and uttermost home decor. With over 60 years of experience, Jock's can offer you the perfect product at the perfect price. Located next to the bridge in downtown Dyersville.
Great prizes and a chance at $25,000 from these great anniversary sponsors.
Honey Creek Furniture and Flooring and Isadora Bella's Boutique and Gifts, both in Manchester, and Dytmeyer Auto Advantage in Dyersville.
Thank you for your support for the past 25 years. Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Back into the Beckman Sports Complex. Our final game of this 2016 Hawk Softball Invitational is in the books, and it was a North Fayette Valley 11-2 win over East Buchanan. As first for the victorious North Fayette Valley Tiger Hawks, 11 runs on 12 hits, 7 East Buchanan errors, 6 runners left on base. They did not strike out at all in that ballgame. And 1 walk for the Tiger Hawks, and for the losing team, East Buchanan Buccaneers, 2 runs on 8 hits, no Tiger Hawk errors, 8 runners left on base. They struck out 5 times and walked twice. So that is how this tournament comes to an end, and what a great 2-day tournament it was. As you mentioned, John, last year we didn't even get to play. Did we start a game even? I'm not even sure we started a game.
I don't believe so.
I remember, everybody came up here, and the grounds crew came up here, and we were discussing whether or not we'd be able to play, and the rains just kept coming. So always great to be able to get the tournament in, and that's what we did here this weekend, and what a great tournament it was. Got to see a lot of good softball, and it ends here on an 11-2 North Fayette Valley victory.
Second year of this new format in its entirety this year, and pretty competitive softball. We had quite a few extra inning games today, had a few, and take a look at how the area teams fared. Northland was 4-0 on the tournament. The Westover Hawks and Maquoketa Valley Wildcats both 3-1. East Buchanan, Starmont, Independence all 2-2, and Monticello with a brutal schedule here. We're playing 3 of the 4 ranked teams here. They were 0-4, but some good softball played, and good respect, good sportsmanship by the fans and players and coaches, everybody for the most part. No major incidents here, and that's what you ask for. And it was some good quality softball, and it takes us into another week here. So the grind continues for softball, and for high school softball teams, they will find out where they're going in the postseason Those are expected to be out on Tuesday this week from the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. So it's a fun time when those pairings come out. You start to look ahead a little bit, but the teams and coaches realize they still got a lot of work to do. They've got to finish out the regular seasons, some conference races, perhaps. West Delaware, of course, still highly involved in theirs. They're undefeated in the East Side. So wait and see what happens, but always a fun time when those pairings come out for us anyway, to be able to look ahead and see what the matchups will be down the end in the postseason and that second season that is so exciting, of course.
Well, it is, and this is the time of year you've got to pick up momentum and play your best ball. You've played for a few weeks now, and and I wouldn't say it's practice, but this is the time of year where you need to start taking everything and start eliminating the mental errors and eliminating the errors in general, and start playing your best ball of the season. And that needs to happen right now as they start heading into postseason play. I mean, you talked about the WAMAC East. West Delaware still undefeated on the East Side, and still don't know if they're going to need to make up that game with Solon that we've tried twice this week, because that could come down. That game could have some implications on how that WAMAC East finish up, and it's going to be some exciting softball coming up here in these next couple weeks, and then of course, like you mentioned, finding out where these teams are going to go probably on Tuesday.
It's been a longer week for West Delaware faithful with trying to make those that game up on Tuesday night, and had the doubleheader Wednesday night, and then the tournament the last 2 days. But it only gets more fun from here on out. Coming up next week, we'll have a West Delaware baseball, softball split doubleheader from Manchester as the Hawks take on the Beckman Blazers, as I'll have all the action from here for the baseball game, Hawks and Beckman, as we will take the air around 5 o'clock. On Monday evening, Bill Logan and Jamie Vasky will have the call from Sill Field on Monday night for the Hawks against the improved from what I'm hearing, Beckman Blazers team with Coach Tom Tegler and company. And then our only other broadcast on this coming week is short 2-date week. Only other broadcast is the West Delaware girls on the road at DeWitt on Wednesday night. As it starts at 6 o'clock, Bill Logan and I will take the trip down to take on the Hawks and the Sabres.
Long road trip for you boys.
It will be.
I'd like to not be in that car with you guys going all the way down to DeWitt. I've ridden with both of you. And
it's always fun to go to DeWitt.
Oh, absolutely.
We have a stop that we stop at in DeWitt.
Absolutely. Nice place to eat.
Yes, it is.
Because, we like food. And I think we might have to go get some after this long day.
Yeah, yes.
I mean, our lunch really tied us over. I mean, we went down to the River Fest and got some of Big Jim's BLTs for lunch. As we were going to request to have them delivered, but we went off the air before we had a chance.
Pretty busy.
They were pretty busy, so those were good and got us filled up. We got to enjoy River Fest today. Just a full day of action here from Manchester today.
Yes, indeed. Jamie, thanks for all your great help. Thanks to in-studio producers Rob Edwards, Janelle Tucker yesterday, Darby Washington today, and Ashley Bramey finishing it out with us here this evening, as that is going to do it here for another West Delaware Softball Invitational. Best of luck to all the area teams as they continue on and get ready for their postseason just a few weeks away. Again, we'll have those regional pairings for you coming out, as they should come out Tuesday, so we'll have them for sure in the sportscast on Wednesday. As best of luck to all the coaches, players, fans, all the programs of our area teams. The West Delaware Invitational for another year is in the books. Have yourselves a good and safe rest of your Saturday night. A great weekend, everybody. John Swisher for Jamie Vasky say so long from Manchester, Iowa.
Have you been putting off that remodeling project for years now? Now is the time to see Manchester Cabinetry to get your remodeling needs done. Stop out and view their beautiful